Who are you and where are you from?
My name is Joanne Chessie and I'm from Cumberland, Maine.
All right, and you're the owner of this place, or one of...
No, I'm not the owner.
You're a worker. You
yeah,
work
I'm
here.
the general manager.
And what is this place?
It's called Town Landing Market in Falmouth, Maine.
And it's a old place.
Yeah, old, well over 100-year-old market that's been around for, as a market for at least 80 years. It's gone through a couple of, maybe 4 or 5 owners. We are the current owners. Took it over in June and having a great time here in this lovely community.
It's a country market in the old-fashioned sense, and when I saw it, I go, this ought to be in a TV show or a movie.
Yeah, and it has been in many. It's well photographed.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
It is really spectacular. And then, but we have a connection, Chicago.
Absolutely.
You were restaurateur there.
Yeah, I sure was. I lived in Chicago for about 18 or so years, owned a few restaurants out there with my partners. Bin 36 is the name of the restaurants. Some people remember them very fondly. Yeah, and I decided to pack it up about 8 or 9 years ago and move back to Maine, where I'm from.
And you're a lifer. You're a native.
Native, absolutely.
And you said it has, like, today's weather has a special significance to you.
It does. As yesterday, my mother would have been 100 years old, and I always remember celebrating her birthday and have it be like, it was like winter in Maine in November, sometimes there would be snow, but it would definitely not be 75 degrees like it is today. It would be cold and crisp, and, she would have probably sadly had to do a lot of cooking because she did all the cooking, but, we would make her a cake and what have you, and it was just, it didn't feel like that because it was 75 degrees. It was strange. This
time of year. And do you remember extraordinary winters, highs?
Absolutely. Lots of snow, digging snow tunnels for miles, literally. The snow up to the eaves. It was just, the kind of snow you remember. And now you don't see that. I grew up in the western mountains of Maine. This is the coast of Maine. But, the ski areas are suffering because there's no snow, or they have to make snow. You can't. It's just a different world. And you say now these days you're affected by climate change, and that you used to like to ski. You had an accident, but even skiing is changed. Most of the snow sports have changed a lot in Maine. I think skiing, snowshoeing, anything like that. You don't get the snow like we used to, the steady snow like we used to. You'll get a big giant storm and then it'll go weeks without snowing again.
And you're aware of, you were telling me that the bay or
Casco Bay the waters are warming in Casco Bay at a higher rate than any other place in the world, and that is just scary when you think about the lobstering that comes out of this and their livelihood of a working waterfront. It's kind of scary.
And you say that you have an army of nieces and nephews that you worry about because you worry for their future.
Yeah, Army's good. I have 12 siblings, and I don't have any children myself, but I have a ton of nephews, nieces, great nephews and nieces, and when I think about the climate and I think about the earth, I think about them and what the future is like for them. I'm not too worried about myself. I don't think I've got another maybe 20 years on me, but yeah, it's a scary thought, and we need to do our part to make it better for them, is how I look at it.
And what will make it better for them? What do you think we ought to be doing, and what would make it better?
I think everybody tries their best for the most part, but a lot of people could care less. But you can do a lot of things on the local level and the personal level, but I really think that we need to have a less divisive country and try to figure out how to make this, turn back the hands of time in some way and reverse some of this climate change, because some of these things that are happening, so that the kids can have an earth that they can live on that's not 250 degrees.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you very much for this incredible interview. We are now on November 6th in what town?
Falmouth, Maine.
Falmouth, Maine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.